So based on a study that was done by the cleaning industry, they found that windows were the main priority of 49% of people when it comes to spring cleaning. So with that, let's just dive right into window cleaning. So the first thing I like to do when I go to clean my windows is dust my blinds first. And I have several options for dusting blinds. So I like to use the Norwex dust mitt. This picks up dust like a magnet. You can dampen it a little bit if you have heavy dust, but I dust my blinds throughout the year. So they're on a regular basis. Just dry dusting them is fine. This works off of a static charge. So you give it a little rub or rub it on your pant leg and then just start dusting your blinds or the tops of your window seal, anywhere that dust will accumulate. And dust has 45 chemicals in it. So throughout the year, you really want to think about dusting on a regular basis, at least weekly. So after I'm done dusting my blinds, I'm gonna lift this up here. Now I do have another option for dusting blinds. Norwex makes a Enviro wand, and this is a mini one. So if you would rather use something like this, you can go over them a little faster. You just take this. It has a chenille side and a flat side. You can use whichever side you like. I find the chenille side really gets in and picks up the dust a little better, but this is an option. And then Norwex also makes a larger one. And this one's great here for getting dust off your ceiling fans. Both of these will bend, so you can bend them accordingly for surfaces like ledges and anything that you need to. You can bend that like that. So if you need to get in a little nook and cranny or up above your blinds, this would be great too. So after we're done dusting, I'm simply going to open my blinds up here. Now I have these great windows that I can clean from the inside. And I'll also want to dust my ledge off here because that's where a lot of dust accumulates. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I'll dust my window ledges too. So after I get all the dusting done, I'm simply gonna take this Norwex Enviro cloth. This is the E for Everything cloth. It's a special microfiber, different than what you buy in the stores. Our microfiber, or Norwex's microfiber, is 1/200th the size of a human hair. So if you were to split it 200 times, that's one fiber in this cloth. So there's 10 million feet of fiber in this. If you were to unravel it, it would go from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. Standard microfiber is only 1/6 the size of a human hair. So this is a super dense, super powerhouse cleaning microfiber. You'll find out after you use it, but I am just going to wipe. You could do the outside first or the inside, but I'm just gonna do the inside here. And then I'm gonna take my window cloth, which is your dryer and polisher, and dry it. So do you notice I'm not using any paper towels? I'm not using any window cleaner. I'm gonna pull this up a little higher so you can see the top portion. I'm just using a wet cloth and a dry polisher cloth. And it's gonna leave my windows streak-free and spotless. So now I'm simply going to open this window, and I believe this is one that's, yes, has a broken latch on it. So I'm gonna open this up, and then I see that my screens are dirty. So what I'm gonna do is take my dusting mitt. Now you can wet this with water, but I'm gonna put this dusting mitt back on, and I'm simply going to clean my screens with it. And you really only have to do one side of your screen because the microfiber in this mitt will go through the holes in the screen, so that you just need to do one side. And normally I would wet this. It would work a little, anything works a little better when it's wet, right? Okay, so I've done my screen. I'm gonna take my dust mitt off, and then I'm gonna go back to my wet Enviro cloth. Now notice I'm cleaning with it flat. That's how you wanna use this cloth. You wanna fold it in half again, and clean with it flat, because the microfibers in it are star-shaped. And as it's cleaning, it's removing up to 99% of bacteria, but it's also sucking up the dirt in its path, kind of like each microfiber is doing that. So it's really great for picking up all the dirt. So now I'm going to take my window cloth again and just dry it. And it's just so great, you don't have to spray anything. A lot of people don't know, but window cleaner is really bad to inhale. It's got some ingredients that you really don't want to be breathing in. So this makes it chemical free except for just using water. Okay, so I've done that window and I'm going to close it up. I think I will wipe up here along this area where I'm seeing some dirt where the windows meet. Get that off of there. And you know, if your screens are really dirty, you could also clean them with your wet Enviro cloth. Whoops. There we go. Close that up. And then I'll go outside to do the upper one. Now another thing I want to mention is I'm going to raise this window up, bring it over a little bit, because you'll see that, you know, we all have that dirt down in our window ledges. So I usually just take my Enviro cloth and get it down in there, and it wipes it out really good. I just stick my finger down in there and it gets it out really good. Now Norwex does make a utility brush. So I usually carry this around. It's just a small utility brush with hard bristles, and it also has a little point on the end that you can get into the grooves. But this is also great. It gets down in the ledges a little better than my finger does. And I can use this little edge here to get in the corners, but a lot of times I just use my Enviro cloth and push it down in there, and it does a really good job in the ledges. I'll just do that one. There's some stuff that's being very stubborn over here. There we go. So that window's done. It's pretty easy peasy. So just those two cloths, and you can go around your whole house that way. Now there is another option. Norwex has a mop pad that will clean your windows that attaches to the mop handle. Now this is the regular size, but they also make a mini size here. Now this one has the mop pad on it, but if it's wet, you can go over your windows with it and do them that way. Or you can just spray your windows with water and then dry with this special window mop pad. So it works really good too. You would just attach this mop pad, spray with some water, and then you can simply do your windows like this. And this is also, it'll dry them to a streak-free shine. This is great for upper windows. Like if you'll see, I have a window up there. Now it's got a blind on it, but when I go outside, I take my window mop pad, because you can extend this pull to about 5 feet, and it will reach on the outside to get the outside of my high windows done. So this is another option. If you have the mop or want to get the mop, you can attach so many things to it. For instance, you can attach the Enviro wand to this mop, and then you can get your ceiling fans that are up high. So just some great tools for spring cleaning. So I hope it's helped. I hope you try them out. Let me know if you have any questions.